You ready, Obi? Just immediately look at the camera. Good job.
Side-eyed you.
Hey everybody, Wave Squadron reporting in. I'm Eric.
Janci.
And that's Obi. And once again, I am showing my wife Star Wars: The Clone Wars. This week is going to be
Toydaria.
The Toydaria arc, which includes, not with this first episode, but the second episode we're watching
Finally,
today.
episode 1.
We are watching episode 1 of Clone Wars, which is
Season
Ambush.
1.
Yes. All right, so I said we go ahead and jump right back in to where we were last time on the Clone Wars.
99 died and things got real sad. But they are ARC troopers.
Dominoes were placed and dominoes had fallen, but yes, they are ARC troopers now.
What little is left.
What little is left, absolutely. All right, well, let's continue on to the beginning. Where there's a will, there's a way. Left, right.
Oh, they have fought valiantly with the help of Twi'leks freedom fighter champs in Nula. Hope is fading for Jedi Master Dai and his men.
Is that the Twi'leks planet?
Yeah, Ryloth is the Twi'lek planet. And Jedi Master Dai is here to save them.
Master Jedi, we're running out of food and water, and our heavy weapon systems are out of power.
What is he?
He's a Nikto. A lot of Jabba's guards were Nikto. That guy has some 70 sideburns.
Yeah, I've always wondered in holograms where the camera is, because they're going like this, but you see their whole body.
Yeah.
You know?
Trapped on Ryloth, Master Dai and his men are.
Yoda.
The planet Toydaria is 2,000 parsecs closer than the nearest fleet. You are a more experienced diplomat than the representative from Naboo, who is already there.
Senator Amidala is an excellent negotiator.
Representative Twi'leks accompanying the shipment.
I was wondering. He wouldn't call her a disappointment.
You ready for some Jar Jar?
Ready, Obi?
All right, Obi, you ready, bud?
I think you'll like Jar Jar. That's not Jar Jar.
That's not Jar Jar.
This had better be important.
The Jedi
Cool chair.
have sent Senator Organa to Toydaria.
Toydarians are a thing, right?
Yeah, Watto,
Okay,
Anakin's master,
okay.
is a Toydarian. They had the big helium bellies and
Yeah.
the wings. So we get to see their planet. And they have like a bayou sound to it. With the
It
string.
does look swampy.
Very swampy, yeah. I guess swamps aren't too bad if you can fly over them.
Hello!
Hey, Jar Jar.
Mr. On a diplomatic mission.
It's Jar Jar, bud.
It's a pleasure to be seeing you, sir.
And it's Ahmed Best playing the voice, too.
But this planet is closed to off workers.
It won't take a minute.
He does that a lot.
I love his purple scarf. I don't know why. It looks good on him.
Yes, Your Majesty!
Let me.
It's like a tie.
Okay?
Yeah.
Millions will be starving and dying without your help.
My esteemed colleague and I humbly beg that you allow us to
Two
use
tufts of
Toydaria as a
beard right here. Do you think I should do that?
No.
I could do that. I could do it.
It would grow out so fast.
I know.
Your Majesty.
We don't like those guys.
Locked Dodd.
I'm sure the Senator mentioned the separatist blockade around Ryloth.
A blockade? But it changes nothing.
Jar Jar. You don't want to accidentally drag him into the war.
Which,
does.
was he planning on that then, by not telling them?
I appreciate that you see the Twi'leks fighting. A lot of time you go to planets and it's just the clones fighting, you know?
Or they're just dancers for jobs?
I know. They really get taken advantage of.
The right flank has collapsed. There's no leaving.
His armor's so
We're
good.
stuck here together.
But if you won't listen to me, wise king, listen to Senator Orn Free Taa of Ryloth.
Your Highness, our
Big hologram.
It's a big hologram, you're right.
The inconvenient fact remains that this is a war. The Separatist Senate will see it as a violation of your neutrality. To
Just
cease
the whole
trade with
planet is a
Toydaria.
war zone.
A
Not
situation
very
desirable.
But also, why would they need humanitarian aid if they
The
weren't
people of
going through
Ryloth
something?
have not asked to be invaded.
Is the gunship ready?
Yes, sir. But it's too small to evacuate the refugees.
We can turn the ship into a bomb big enough to collapse the pass here.
I love that they have a hallway for you to walk on, but they like to just hang out up here.
You may use Toydaria to transfer the supplies you brought with you.
That's only enough food for one, maybe 2 rotations.
It will have to do.
I didn't realize Toydarians live by such morals when you only met Watto.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Slave Master Watto,
Yeah.
right?
But I leave you in the capable hands of my colleague, Representative Biggs.
We're loading the rest of the explosives
Cool
on the gun.
haircut.
Yeah, I know.
War turns promises into hopes. I wish it wasn't so.
You don't often see Jedi Masters or Jedi wearing patterns.
Yeah, I know.
I wonder what that is.
Yeah.
The
droid always
It's like a really famous like sneaker.
There is a gunship blocking our way. OM5, OM7. Go check it out.
Roger.
No clones.
I wonder
just explosives.
how much time the droid army wastes stating the obvious.
That's a hell of an explosion.
Work, Obi. What are they gonna say? Oops. But they've now stranded themselves there, right?
Yeah.
That was their ship.
I mean, they're just
Yeah.
desperately waiting for this relief.
Move those supplies into the transport as soon as possible.
You want to eat there?
Repeat, the ships are ready to launch.
Maybe if the seats had a back and arms.
Maybe. We gotta distract him. All this stuff. Is it bad that I think of you that you're clumsy, but you're also extremely coordinated when you meet sometimes? Jar Jar can he can do that, but he's so clumsy.
What are you looking at?
He's looking at nothing. Oh, no. He's looking at nothing. To promote love and understanding.
For the Republic! For the Twi'leks!
Blew his helmet off.
Whoa. Innards.
Yeah.
Let's make the end memorable!
We have broken through.
The Twi'leks will live to fight another day.
The supplies have arrived at the drop point.
Jedi really need a long-range weapon.
Yeah.
Like, they're completely dependent on the clones with their blasters until the fighting comes face to face. You know?
It's food and medical supplies from the Republic.
Keepers of the peace, not soldiers, right?
Yeah.
I hope when we meet again.
But that also could require holding off ships, or, you know?
I have just received information that a fleet of Republic ships has penetrated the blockade around Ryloth.
Perhaps it is time I reconsidered our neutrality. Tell the Jedi I am open to meeting with them.
Master Yoda will be glad to hear it.
Toydarians are the ones who can't be messed with force-wise, right? Like, I remember Watto, like, they're...
I'm a Toydarian. My tricks no work on me. Yeah. Yep. Toydarians, we know that Jabba also can't do that. Though it seems like Jabba, it's just because he's incredibly intelligent, whereas Toydarians, yeah, it's their species. There's something about their mind that Jedi can't influence.
How strong of a Jedi was Master Dai?
He was pretty relatively strong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Jedi are, I mean, they're amazing, but they're not immortals. They're not, you know, they're...
I just expected a stronger Jedi to pull some Yoda shit, where you just pick up the droids in the front, throw them to the droids in the back, you know?
Master Yoda, I mean, he's the Grand Master for a reason.
Well, even Obi-Wan would do that.
Obi-Wan is...
And Anakin would do
Obi-Wan
that.
and Anakin are
they all
exceptional
stronger?
Jedi. Yeah. Not to say that Master Dai isn't an exceptional Jedi, because he gave his life for the people of Ryloth, but yeah, I mean, he's He's a keeper of the peace. He's a glorified diplomat.
They all are.
You know,
they're all supposed to be keepers of peace.
They're not meant to be warriors, but
yet Yoda is an awesome fighter.
Yeah, but even Yoda is like, you know, he has that line for knowledge and defense, never attack. Yeah. So when you say like, it would be nice if they had a ranged weapon. I mean, it would. It
would be for defense.
It goes against their.
Like, what was the
feelings.
plan, like, if it was just Jedi, even if it was just a group of Jedi instead of with the clones, you know? Like, what was the plan to take care of the ships that were up in the distance? You need a range weapon, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, they were pushed back to the point where they didn't have any air support or anything. Generally, you're going to have fighters, and Jedi can pilot, and they're incredible pilots.
Well, it's just becoming incredibly obvious that the Jedi cannot fight alone. They need the clones. They need the army and the ships behind them because they won't fight like.
You know the story. I mean, this is Palpatine has designed it this way. The Jedi need the clones, and then at one point, I'll tell all the clones to kill the Jedi, and I will have just killed every Jedi in one action, which no Sith Lord has ever done. You know
that, or get some sort of shield.
Yeah. Now, I mean, the idea of using the Force and having a lightsaber that can repel lasers, like, you can effectively turn that into a ranged weapon as long as you're being shot at.
Yeah, but when you're getting shot at from a 360
you gotta be a
thing,
good Jedi.
There's no shield in that, you know? Like,
you gotta be good at it.
And think about it, like, not just fighting for yourself or protecting yourself, but protecting the clones who are fighting with you, too. Because they just get obliterated.
They do. Yeah. This is the Clone Wars.
We need a better fighting system.
Yeah.
Jar Jar is part me, part Obi. Where he's nice to everyone he sees regardless. He's happy and he waves high.
He likes to entertain. He likes to spread joy. I said it in the reaction, but like, you can be incredibly coordinated sometimes. But there are other times where I can just see you just like, oh, I hit the table. Yep. So, do you feel connected to Jar Jar in that way?
I guess. I think his innocence is more like Obi, though.
I would say so, yeah. Yep.
Where are you going? Okay, go.
And then this larger Star Wars community has always found it funny that this Jedi Master, his point in the story is to die.
And his name is Die.
His name is literally...
That passed through my head. Maybe they should have picked a different name.
It's like Jedi Master Gonna Die.
Yeah.
Is his first name. And his clone commander was really cool, too. I liked that. This is kind of the first time I noticed it watching it this time. The clone commander, when Jedi Master Die, like, gives his diagram of what they're going to do and how they're going to cut off that thing, the clone commander goes like... Okay, I'll tell the men.
I'll go tell the men.
And you never see clones do that. Like, I think he realized, like, we're gonna die doing this.
Yeah.
So just some
I mean, the only clones that we've seen who would do that are Commander Cody, Commander Rex, who would give, show something back.
If their Jedi are a little more uppity, they tend to be a little more uppity. Yeah, they're like droids in that regard, where they kind of like match the person that they follow.
Does that mean the Twi'leks all made it now that they received the aid, even though
the
it wasn't
ones that
enough?
survived? Yeah. Cham Syndulla, which is a name that will pop up throughout the show, and further too. He's like the Ryloth freedom fighter. It just sucks that because Cham and his rebels are like, we're not going to let them come in and kill us. They can then use that as a political thing to say, like, look, they're fighting, meaning that they can't get help. The rest, all of Ryloth, all the people, because this guy is
fighting back.
Fighting back. Then we're not going to give any supplies to the entire world.
If they stop fighting back, they're just done.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it's a losing situation.
I didn't realize that there were so different colors of Twilight.
Yeah. No,
Twi?
You can say both.
I've always thought it was Twi because of Twilight.
I've always said Twi'lek as well.
Yeah. But we've only ever really seen the greeny blue.
Green and blue. Mainly.
Versions. Yeah.
But no, they come in all different sizes too. We had Orn Free Taa, their senator, who's talking like, my people are starving. I'm not, but they are.
I feel like the hologram really put it out of perspective.
Right. Why did you make it so big? No, I get you. You also were asking about how holograms work and stuff. Like R2, he has the hologram that he takes of Leia
Yeah.
in the beginning. And I think the idea is it just kind of 3D scans you.
I get that part, but like, what about the people who only are talking on the wrist thing?
Yeah.
They don't
So-
have droids with them all the time. So
Yeah.
like, what is
I
recording
think the
their
idea
full
is
body?
that this thing is like doing like a radar scan or a LiDAR scan of your body and sometimes the surrounding area
Yes,
too.
yeah.
But it is a little confusing
Yeah.
sometimes.
Because then when you talk like this, how do they see your feet?
Yeah. I think the idea is that when they're doing this, it's scanning the whole thing, and sometimes like a little hologram will pop up that
Yeah.
you're talking to, which is why the other one is big.
Yeah.
So Orn Free Taa, when he was talking to them, they would have appeared very small
Yeah.
to him, and he would have been like, "Guys, we can't do this. You know, my people are starving," which is kind of funny to think about, like him in his office just looking at little people. Anyway, that was Supply Lines. Season 3, Episode 3, and that took place right before Episode 1, which is Yoda and the Toydarians. So are you excited to have Master Yoda show up, Obi? Yeah. Let's go see him.
Desperate to build the Republic supply base in the system of Toydaria, Jedi Master Yoda travels to secret negotiations on a remote neutral moon.
I love this planet. It used to be a giant ocean, but dried up or something. I don't know.
Greetings, King Petuko.
How can the Jedi protect you if they cannot protect themselves?
But I have heard that a single Jedi equals 100 battle droids.
That's average Jedi, too.
Yeah, right.
The enemy will fire at anything
We have the best Jedi right now.
My apprentice will contact me.
You know that Dooku used to be Yoda's Padawan?
No. So she is his apprentice.
Yeah. He'll call her his apprentice, but it's not an official Sith thing. I know, it's weird.
What a terrible shot. Ah, well, it's my programming.
He can't help it. He was built that way.
Entering another track, we are.
Are you sure?
A disturbance in the Force area.
He assures me that in this time of war, his droids can offer my world greater security than your Jedi.
A matter of debate, Daddy.
If Yoda is indeed the Jedi warrior you believe he is, let him prove it.
Accept the challenge, I do. Arrive by nightfall, I will.
So it's like a dead coral reef.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sir, the rendezvous point is that way.
As is our enemy.
They have to go at his pace too. It's funny.
He can go fast.
He can go
just
fast.
chooses not to.
He hustles when he needs to.
She's not going?
She's sending her droids.
At ease being my friends. Within range, we are not.
I was gonna say, all they're doing is announcing their presence.
Right.
I said hold it. We're too big to fit in there. No, we're not. Watch this. You were right. Next time, listen to orders.
So, not a very smart or well-trained army.
See?
There's a lot of them.
Size
That's the problem.
Smaller in number, are we? But larger in mind.
Do you have any idea what the general was talking about?
What was that? Look, little green light form. You fucking head. That's the Jedi.
Where's the general? I don't know.
Hey, get off of me. Don't move.
Yeah, I ducked to get behind him.
What's going on?
It's what penetrates the impenetrable, right? Like the Incredibles.
Uh-huh.
Rolling, hit back.
Your shield, Yoda.
He's like Baby Yoda on Mando.
Yeah. Why didn't they do that sooner?
Master Yoda, I hear you're having trouble with the droid army.
Trouble? I know nothing of this trouble.
The Jedi won't elude me for long.
You broke my phone.
I know.
He's so mad, Obi.
That looks like a place where bugs live. It's got a lot of holes. Man, the king really didn't care about the landscape, huh?
Oh, really? No.
I'm just like, yeah, you want to destroy the environment while you're at it? Go ahead.
Your faces I wish to see.
We all share the same face.
To see you, I scare. In the Force, very different each one of you are. Weapons do not win battles. Outthink the droids, you can.
This is where the Jedi can make better use of the clones.
Clones, you may be. But the Force resides in all life forms. Use it you can to quiet your mind. Have you three I do? Outnumbered are they? Know the time to help me, you will.
It must be so aggravating to be charged with the safety of someone like that.
Yeah, it must be. You're right.
Ready, aim, fire! Fire!
Jeez.
Hi, Grams.
We've got him in our sights. The Jedi has overrun our
That was great. I hope you saw that over her shoulder.
Rollies.
You don't like those, Obi?
I can send reinforcements.
Now you know.
One rocket.
Learn something today, have you, Lieutenant?
They look like fish,
They do.
but with wings.
Yeah,
Kind of fits with the whole idea of the planet drying up.
it does.
Does that mean the Toydarians were formerly aquatic in previous evolutions?
I don't know. They have like a trunk going on, but they might have evolved after.
One Jedi is not worth 100 battle droids. More like 1,000. I'm sorry, but I will be joining the Republic.
Perhaps our negotiations will be more fruitful with your successor.
Yeah, get Ventress out of there. Yoda? Yoda.
I am very pleased to meet you at last.
He's so calm.
He's not even looking at her.
I do. Strong you are with the dark side, young one. But not that strong.
Now crush them.
Still.
Why'd you give him back? See, that's the Jedi I'm used to.
It's a pity I wasn't there in person, my old master. A pity, indeed. My fallen apprentice.
My people are at your service.
Wow, they flipped a lot from the season 3, episode 3.
Yeah.
And they were ready to move in quick.
Now I have to carry this giant sword.
Yeah. That he can't even use.
All right. All right. That was ambush.
What species is Ventress?
Ventress.
Is she like wearing makeup, you know? Or is that just how her
I believe
species
she has tattoos.
Okay.
But she is from Dathomir. We'll actually get into it
I know about
at a certain
Dathomir.
point.
It sounds
yeah.
familiar.
But the thing to really remember is that when her planet that she's from, Zabrak, Darth Maul's species, are the males.
Oh, so she's the female of his species?
Kind of. Yeah. There are. It's a weird thing where it involves witches. There's a lot of stuff going on, but we'll get there. You'll learn eventually. But she is not human.
Yeah. Humanoid, but
Yeah.
I was just like interested because when close up on her lips and stuff, I was wondering like because she's every time she fights Kenobi, she like plays up.
She does,
you know, and flirts and stuff. So I was wondering if she's like makes herself up like that, or if that's just how. No, she looks.
I get what you mean. Like, how much is that of daily care? Like, I know, like at the very least, like the markings she has here are tattoos, but. Yeah,
I'm just trying to figure out like her personality. Like, is she narcissistic enough to care about how she looks, you know, or is she only just blindly following the Sith?
In the movie, she kind of did that one move where she took her like skirt dress off, you know, kind of.
I figured that was for movement's sake.
It could have
so
been.
it wouldn't get tight, you know, wrapped up or something.
Yeah.
And she also used it to obscure Obi-Wan's view as they were fighting. So there was like a tactical purpose for that. I was just curious how much feminine, you know, personality she has.
No, I understand. Like, you know, when she, on Kamina, when she kills that one clone, she like kisses him.
Yeah, that's why like it kind of fits her character. Yeah.
I get you.
And I'm also curious why Ventress, was that, maybe I missed it in the agreement, but why Ventress didn't go down herself? Is she scared of Yoda? Does she know Yoda can just easily overpower her? She only sent droids.
They were specifically talking about like how much does one Jedi equal in terms of droids.
Yeah.
So by sending 100 droids, they're saying, you know,
she was restricted to the droids.
I think that's the idea. But also, I mean, she knows that she's not a match for Yoda.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
kind
better
of
to
curious
send.
if that was like her like kind of on the side, not unspoken acknowledgement that I don't stand a chance.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna send all the droids.
I mean, he is the most powerful and he is the oldest. So with that age comes experience.
How old is Dooku?
Dooku? I think he's like 80.
In this?
Yeah.
Okay. How
like 70
long
or 80.
do they live in this world?
Humans?
I guess, yeah.
They can live longer, but I think it's kind of meant to be like
and stuff too.
Yeah, I mean, it really just depends on the story. But
Yoda
they have a
ancient.
general human lifespan.
Okay.
I think that, like, you know, 100 is probably easy to get to when you have really good healthcare and stuff, but they don't really last beyond normal human.
So how young was he when he was Yoda's apprentice?
No, I mean, he would have been very young, you know, generally.
So it was a while ago.
A long time. Yeah, and you got to remember, too, like, you know, you don't ever just have one master.
Well, the reason I'm asking is because, like, Yoda understood Dooku's strengths and his talent level here when he was training, but if it's been, like, 5 decades since they've, you know, been apprentice and master, he doesn't maybe know how far Dooku's come as a Sith, you know?
He doesn't, I mean, Yoda would have no experience with the Sith at all. The last time Sith were around, 1,000 years ago, 100 years before Yoda was even born.
So what does he think Dooku is right now? He says my fallen apprentice, but that doesn't classify him as Sith
They know that he's a Sith Lord.
Oh, okay.
You know, after Episode 2, using the red lightsaber, using lightning, you know, generally lightning is kind of reserved to the Sith Lords, or at least that power. But yeah, they know that he's the Sith Lord. They have also heard Obi-Wan was told in Episode 2 that the Republic is in control of a Dark Lord named Darth Sidious. So they know there's another Sith out there too.
Yeah.
They just have no idea who it could possibly be. But what they're sure of is that Dooku is a Sith. So they have accounted for at least one. But to your point, yeah, I mean, they fought in Star Wars Episode 2, but Dooku kind of pulled a Ventress where he was just like, I don't know if I'm going to win this.
I'm going to leave.
I'm going to leave, which tends to happen when you're fighting Yoda.
Yeah. Well, he moves like a frog / something else. I can't quite place it, but he just jumps everywhere.
When George Lucas wrote Episode 2, and he brought it to the visual effects guys, and they're like, how are we going to make this work and like not be laughed at? And George was like, he's a frog. It's funny. You know, people will like it.
And he even kind of sounds like the voice of Kermit a little bit. You know?
Well, he's actually
same guy, right?
It's Miss Piggy. Frank Oz. Yeah, Kermit was always
someone else.
Yeah, it was Jim Henson.
Yeah, that's.
And then Frank Oz was Miss Piggy. So hiya! That's Yoda.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, and also I like that you pointed out the little fish bird thing.
Yeah.
I never really noticed that it does look like a fish, and because of the planet, like it must have had like a divulgent evolution.
Yeah. Like, because they used to be underwater, so I was wondering, like, I wonder if the Toydarians were some sort of aquatic species too.
Maybe.
You know,
maybe they were.
Hi, you want back up?
Desperately.
Okay.
Desperately wants back up. Tatooine also has a history of at one point being an ocean.
Is that why Watto was comfortable moving to Tatooine?
Oh, maybe there's a connection there. Like former ocean climate.
Former water climate.
Yeah, I didn't really think about
up.
that, but that's a cool connection. That the reason Watto is there is one, he's a dick, and it seems like all the other Toydarians are cool. Like it's in their constitution to be cool to others.
Yeah,
which would be nice.
Not just cool, but like have like morals.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Like, you know,
it's not about policy; it's about morality.
Which is complete opposite of what my impression of Watto was.
Exactly.
That we were like, oh, we're going to Toydaria. Oh, so is this going to be like a seedy underworld of gamblers?
Yeah, I don't know exactly the backstory of why Watto's there. We know he's a junker.
I wonder if he was outcast, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
And that's why he ended up on another formerly sea planet.
I mean, the only reason he has Shmi and Anakin as slaves is because he won them betting on the races.
Yeah, and see, like, from what we've heard of how they discussed, like, saving and helping other species and stuff, like, I don't think these guys would be okay with holding slaves.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, not at all.
So Watto is weird.
He's a weird one. Absolutely. And then I love the scene in the cave with the clones where he has them take off their helmets and he tells them, like, you actually, just because you're clones, you're not force sensitive.
Yeah.
You can still use
like
the
that
force.
Scene, yeah, and then how he, like, they seem surprised too that he individually understood them as well, and he appreciated their differences.
Yeah, and it's not like he had to ask; he could just be around them and
he knew.
learn about it. You know,
yeah,
really cool scene. Talk about all the time in the sense that like all beings in this galaxy can use the Force. They might not be able to move things, but they can clear their mind.
Do the different Jedi and the clones that are attached to them have different colors to represent? Because I know we've seen blue and red with Cody and Rex.
Generally, the different
but
battalions.
Here it's maroon and brown, you know?
Different battalions will style their armor similarly so that you can tell by looking at them. Like, that's 501st, that's 212th. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yes, they do. All right.
I'm
well, that was.
Waiting to see more Ahsoka.
Yeah, I know it's been a while since we've had Ahsoka. She'll show back up. Don't worry. But I believe the next arc will have a lot of Ahsoka in it. So, all right. We'll see you guys back here for that one. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Clone Wars Watch Along with Janci. Hope you guys are enjoying it. If you want to enjoy more today, you can go to blindwave.com where we have 4 more weeks of reactions available.
Are you as excited as Obi?
I'm excited. Those are a lot of arcs.
Bye, Coco.